Hello fellow crocheters, it's Janet with BDD Patterns. It's time for me to give you guys another free crochet pattern. I'm so excited to present this Priscilla Shrug pattern to you. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I have used this stitch combination in this pattern for years. I've made so many different things and I love how versatile it is. It can go from vintage to, if you're doing it like this, I think it also has kind of like a modern feel to it because probably the bulky yarn and the big hook. So let's see what it's going to take for you to make this. First of all, this video. And if you like this video, if you do me a favor, just smash the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, I try to release one free pattern, whether it's a knit or crochet one a week. Sometimes I do more, sometimes I do 2 a week and skip the next. So just stay tuned. I like to give you guys free stuff. It just makes me happy. All right, this is done in one piece. It's crocheted flat. The level is easy and it's beginner friendly. You're going to need a big one for this, and I do mean big hook. It's a 12 millimeter, and that's what makes the project go so quick, but it also really opens it up and just gives it a nice drape. The yarn that I'm using is a number 6 bulky, and if you know me, you know I love that Lion brand respun thick and quick yarn. This is such a beautiful color. I don't think the pictures would ever do it justice. If you've seen it in person, then you know what I mean. I call it the perfect pink. It's in sepia rose. And there are 223 yards in each of those skeins. We have the gauge, which is very easy, 4 clusters by 4 rows. In the written pattern, the sizes are small, medium through 2, 3, XL. And I also have instructions for custom sizing if you'd like to change it up a little bit. All right, let's go. As I said before, I'm going to demonstrate the small medium size today, and I'm also going to demonstrate it with just a swatch, not a gauge swatch. It's going to be a little bit bigger than that, but a swatch so that you can understand how easy it is, but you can also get all of the information that you need to make this beautiful shrug. You are going to want to start with a 15 to 20-inch tail, and this will come in handy later on when you go to sew up the 2 side seams. I'm not going to have a tail here because I don't want to work with that. I just want to have the best way to show you this. So go ahead and make your slip knot, and if you don't know how to do a chain stitch, please go to howtocrochetvideos.com and you'll see a playlist for how to crochet. So I am going to crochet 18. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18. Okay, again, you need to crochet 66. All right, the first step is to find the 3rd chain from the hook. That's really easy. It's just 1, 2, 3, and that's the chain that we'll be working in for our first cluster. So what you're going to do is double crochet into that chain. Stitch, sorry. Now do another double crochet into the same. Now we're going to work into the same stitch here. 2, and then chain 3 and slip stitch, all into the same chain stitch. See, that's what the first shell is going to look like. The really neat thing about this pattern is the way that I designed it. You don't even have to crochet a border. All you have to do is sew up the side seams, and I'll share that with you later when we get to that point. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and skip 2 stitches and do the same thing. 2 double crochet stitches, into the same chain stitch, and 3 chains. Slip stitch, all in the same chain. Look, we've got 2. See how easy this is? As you can imagine, guys, this is just this pattern is so beautiful, but it's so ridiculously simple that it seems like it's like really that's all there is to it. But look at the results. Again, skip 2 chains and repeat your shell of 2 double crochets, a chain 3, and a slip stitch, all in that same chain stitch. And I'm going to go to the end with you because I want to show you how this works. So skip 2, let's go into the third stitch after we skip 2. Don't need my hair in there, sorry about that. Chain 3, slip stitch, and we're done. I'm just go wild here with my yarn. Again, 2 double crochets, chain 3, and a slip stitch, always all in the same stitch. Now we are not going to, when we chain, that will not count as a stitch, okay? But again, we're on the foundation row, we're not on row 1. We're still on the foundation row 1, and that's important. Okay, so now we're going to go into that last stitch, and we're going to do the same thing right in the last stitch. Okay. All right. So that's what we've got. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 clusters over 18 original stitches. Okay, here's the fun part. Now, chain 3. Half double crochet, double crochet, twice into that hole that you just made from the first foundation row. So we're going to do the shell again, and I'm actually just kind of crocheting over that tail, so we'll see how that works out. I didn't try it with the other ones because I needed the tail, but I'm just going to go with it here and see what happens. See what kind of look we get from this. So again, I didn't really turn, but now you can see that I'm working into the stitches where each cluster is. So that would be the third stitch. So when I turned, I just went up. I didn't really turn again. I just went to the bottom, but I did chain 3 and then start and create that shell or cluster into that hole. All right, let's go and let's find the next hole. There we are, really this simple. Go ahead, 2 double crochets, a chain 3, and a slip stitch. All right, so now what you need to do is just repeat that. Okay, so you find the hole, double crochet twice, chain 3, and slip stitch all into that hole. And one more time, and then you can finish out and we'll meet back. Find your hole, there it is. Double crochet twice, chain 3, and slip stitch. All right, I'm going to do a couple more clusters here. Again, find the hole, 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 and we'll meet back here at the end. Okay, I wanted to just show you again what to do here in this last cluster. There's your hole, and you can easily find your hole because it's really just got like one loop or one bar there. Just repeat the pattern. That's all you have to do. Don't worry about the edges because it's intentional. Because of this pattern, it will actually create a zigzag and you won't have to do a border. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so I just completed my last shell or cluster of 2 double crochets, chain 3, and slip stitch. Now, here we are at row 1. And you will have by the end of this, I'm sorry, I'm just going to cut this off because nobody needs to see that and I don't want to look at it. So, now you're going to see how after row 1's completion, how it just forms a border like all the way around this thing. It's just the coolest pattern, I think. All right, so let's do, we chained 3 and we turned. All right, so now we're going to do that same cluster into the chain 3 space. Before we did it in the hole, but now we're doing it in the chain 3 space. Again, we're gonna two double crochets, sorry, chain 3, slip stitch, all into the chain 3 space of the previous row. How's it coming together for you? I hope you're finding this easy. If you're not, leave me a comment and I'll try to help. Also, while we're on the topic of commenting, if you could just subscribe if you haven't, smash the like button. I really appreciate it. It's very encouraging when you do that. And we all, in these days, need encouragement, right? I'm telling you. All right, so I'm chaining 3. Again, looking for that 3 chain space. I'm going to go right in there, do a 2 double crochets and a chain 3 and a slip stitch. It's crazy. You know, one of the questions I always get is, does the first or does the chain count as the first stitch? And in my patterns, I always state that it does, but I think people get like really hung up on that. And so this one, I'm just going to emphatically say, don't worry about it. It's that easy. All right, got 2 more to go here to complete row 1. I know you have a lot more. All right, here's my last chain 3. Yay, I'm so excited. All right, slip stitch. Now chain 3 again because I'm at the end of the row, and turn. Do you see what it's doing? It's forming a border here and here, a nice little lacy border. So go ahead, I'm gonna pan out a little bit so you can see this. Go ahead and continue along with rows 2 through, let me see, rows 2 through 23. Yay! Okay, so continue on with the repeat of row 1, which is just double crochet, 3 chains, and a slip stitch into the chain 3 space. That is row 1. We completed 2 foundational rows. Please don't confuse them with that. It was just to get us turned around to go in the right direction. Now you will have, if you are making the size that I demonstrated today, you should have, let's see, sorry, I'm looking at the pattern on my computer here. You should have 31 clusters. Okay, so you should have 31 of these if you did the 66 chain there, and keep going until you get to row 23. At row 23, we're going to talk about how easy it is to put your lacy shrug together. See you then. Alrighty, once you have completed that 23rd row, you're going to want to fold your panel in half lengthwise, obviously. So this is the top, and then you can see the scalloped edges represent the clusters or the shells. And what we're now going to do is take those 2 tails, and we're going to just simply complete this beautiful shrug by sewing 6 inches up from the tail or the bottom, which is also the top. Fold it over. After you've sewn 6 inches up on each side, weave your tails, turn your shrug right side out, and enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this pattern. Please let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to cover. I'm always open for suggestions. I hope you have an amazing and blessed day.